Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. I'm your host Kelly Pally, and things are about to get a little hot and heavy with this list. Oh yeah, I'm talking about the top 10 hottest female superheroes today. And trust me, it wasn't easy making these selections. There's definitely some real babes out there. So let's just jump right into this. And at number 10, we've got Supergirl. While some of you may argue that she should be at a higher spot on this list, there's just something innocent about Supergirl that makes it feel a little bit weird objectifying the crap out of her. But regardless, Kara is definitely an undeniable babe. Kara Zor-El first arrived on the scene in 1958, but didn't take up the alias of Supergirl until 1959 in Action Comics number 252. She's Superman's cousin and suffers from the same vulnerability of kryptonite as he does. She even has a show on the CW all about her, which goes to show how long of a way she's come from being an underrated teen sidekick in her first comic book appearance. And at number 9, we've got White Canary. Here's a little shout out to another CW show, Legends of Tomorrow. This is Sarah Lance. She's a part of the Arrowverse as the White Canary, who is partially based off of the Black Canary, and used to be an assassin before turning to the light side. Originally a villain for Green Arrow, Sarah is one of the lead characters in a time-traveling assault team determined to take down Vandal Savage. She's also a fan favorite with the LGBT community, and you can see why. Clearly, she's known for charming the hell out of a lot of women throughout her time travels, and actually at the start of season 2 is promoted to captain of the Wave Rider and leader of the Legends when Rip disappears. And at number 8 is Jessica Jones. While her comic book persona may be a tad bland in the sex appeal department, there's no denying that Kristen Ritter's portrayal of Jessica Jones on the Netflix show is super hot. Who doesn't love an independent badass with a mild drinking problem? I know I do. Plus, did you see that sex scene with Luke Cage? Damn. And there's a whole lot of shippers out there who think that her and Trish might actually end up together in season 2. Once again, damn. Number 7. Batwoman. This is the first of a few redheads to make it on our list. Batwoman has a long history in the Batman canon, first appearing as one of the members of the Batman family in Detective Comics 233. As most of you know, the creation of the Bat family was partly inspired by Frederick Wortham's claim that Batman and Robin were depicted as gay in the comics. Well, wouldn't Wortham be turning in his grave if he found out what Batwoman has been up to these days? Or at least in J.H. William III's portrayal of her. Regardless, this more recent version of Kate Kane is an ex-military woman turned vigilante, playing by her own rules. And that's pretty damn cool. And at number 6, we've got Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There's so much I could say about Buffy Summers. A girl who kicks butt, wields a stake, stops the world from ending multiple times, and still manages to maintain a relatively normal life throughout high school? Pretty damn impressive. But she has some high standards, you guys. She has a tendency to date 100-year-old vampires. But sexy ones at least. And she's also one hell of a role model. Especially Joss Whedon's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which had its 20th anniversary recently. It's still a show that resonates with a lot of fans, old and new today. At number 5, we've got Batgirl. Barbara Gordon has been through some guys. She's got the pressure of being Commissioner Gordon's daughter, her brother is a psychopath, the Joker shot her and paralyzed her in The Killing Joke, and then she was Oracle but rocked being a superhero in a wheelchair. Then she recovered and is now dealing with a whole lot of trauma. It's a lot. The new version of Batgirl is a total sexy hipster living in Gotham's version of Brooklyn, and she's living with the age-old dilemma of trying to have a normal life while being a superhero. Her costume is also one of the most practical female costumes these days. She wears Doc Martens, a leather jacket, and a snap-off cape. A bit of a step up from the versions of the character's costume previously. But one thing is for sure, Batgirl has always been an incredibly fun character and is definitely a fan favorite. And at number 4, we've got Red Sonja. Well, hello there, tiny little bikini armor. Sonja is a Viking warrior. Think Xena, but less clothes. First appearing in 1934, Red Sonja appeared in Conan the Barbarian series before getting her own solo one. Now penned by Gail Simone, who is arguably one of the most talented and progressive writers in comics today, she's been described as mayhem, blood, sex, and red hair. What's not to love? Number 3. Catwoman. You can't help but associate the name Catwoman with sex appeal. Unfortunately for Catwoman, her storylines tend to get overly sexualized because of this, sometimes making her character lack some three-dimensional depth. But that's it though. Also, for the record, even though Halle Berry is a total babe, let's just collectively decide to pretend that that Catwoman movie did not happen. Number 2. Storm. Speaking of Halle Berry, next on the list is another superhero that she portrays in the X-Men movies, Storm. Storm gets the number 2 spot for many reasons. First, she's an incredibly powerful mutant. Second, she gave up a life of being praised as a god to go help Professor X fight crime. So she's pretty damn selfless. And third, literally every costume Storm has ever had is totally hot, and her hair is always on point. Even though I'm not a huge fan of her gold bikini costume, Storm has always been fashion conscious, and it goes a long way. Plus, I'm sure dating someone who can control the weather would definitely have its perks. And finally, at number 1, we're wrapping our list up with Wonder Woman. How could we not? Although sometimes she wasn't given the greatest story arcs in the comics, there's literally an arc where she's unemployed and works at a fictional version of Taco Bell. Wonder Woman has always stood as a symbol of heroism and American pride. And let's not forget that her creator, American psychologist William Moulton Marston, was pretty hardcore into bondage, and much of her costume and accessories were inspired by his interests. Plus, there's this. So, who do you guys think should have been on this list? Remember, attraction is super subjective, but fighting crime is always hot. So let us know if you'd like to see a part 2 of this list. In the meantime, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. I've been Kelly Pally for Top 10 Nerd, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.